are diving into the Panasonic Mixer Grinder, a unique model that promises enhanced safety with its double lock mechanism. But does it deliver on the performance too? Well, we have an answer for you after extensively testing it for more than 2 weeks, grinding turmeric, garam masala, pepper, chutney, idli batter, milkshakes, juice, and more. But that's not all. In this review, we compare it with other models in the similar price range so that you can make an informed buying decision. First, let's take a look at what comes in the box. You get a 500 ml chutney jar, 1 liter multi-purpose jar, 1.5 liter wet grinding jar, and a 1.5 liter juicer jar. The main jars are all made of 304 grade stainless steel, which is rust resistant, and the lids are made of polycarbonate. The chutney jar has a pusher, but in my experience testing more than 20 models in the past years, it feels more like a gimmick than a necessity. Similarly, the juicer jar too has a pusher, but it helps in dislodging any fruit pieces that are stuck inside the strainer. We felt that Panasonic could have actually made a larger opening at the top of the juicer jar to feed the fruits as the juicing progresses. Now coming to the motor housing, don't be misled by the label that says 1500 watts. The rated power is just 600 watts. Instead of knobs usually seen in mixer grinders, it has buttons for power, pulse, and 3 speed levels. Plus, it has the usual safety features like overload protection switch and vacuum suction feed. As we had mentioned earlier, all Panasonic mixer grinders come with a double lock mechanism. This means unless you lock the lid to the jar and the jar to the base, the mixer grinder won't start working. But make no mistake, this mixer grinder is not hands-free. You need to keep your hand over the lid when grinding. Next, coming to the noise level, it's almost at par with other mixer grinders in the market, making around 87 to 90 decibels of noise. This proves that contrary to what many people say, lower wattage doesn't necessarily mean lesser noise. Now, let's take a look at how well it grinds. The dry grinding performance of the mixer grinder is quite good. Upon grinding 50 grams of garam masala and sieving it, we got just half a tablespoon of bigger pieces left behind. It powdered even tough ingredients like turmeric with ease, leaving just half teaspoon of coarse bits. And it powdered pepper too without any problem. When it comes to wet grinding, it is able to grind urad and rice batter into desired consistency in less than a minute. However, milkshake with banana, apples and dates did not go as expected as a lot of chunks were left behind. This was the same with most other mixer grinders we tried so far except Sujata. Talking about the chutney jar, grinding smaller quantities can be a challenge. When we wanted to grind ginger and garlic into a paste for a dish, it stayed trapped between the blade and the bottom, and as a result, it didn't become a paste. But the chutney jar can blend masala and chutney into a fine consistency in under a minute. Coming to the juicer, it is good for making watermelon juice, but not the best for most other fruits. As you can see, the pulp retains a lot of juice. And as it is in like a paste-like consistency, it is difficult to extract the juice through a sieve. Coming to the pricing, Panasonic MX-AV425CB costs around 6,600 rupees. If you don't want a juicer jar, you could opt for the Panasonic MX-AV325CB, which costs about 700 rupees lesser. When you compare it with other mixer grinders in the similar price range, I would place it somewhere between Sujata Dynamics and Bosch TrueMix. Sujata grinds better in all ways. But compared to Bosch TrueMix, Panasonic is better in terms of grinding, ease of cleaning, and the noise level. So if safety and build quality is your priority, opt for Panasonic. If on the other hand, performance, durability and the ability to run for a longer duration is what you need, then Sujata would suit you better. Its review is linked in the description. So before we wrap up, here is a quick overview of the pros and cons of the Panasonic mixer grinder. The pros are its excellent safety features, top-notch build quality, and it is fairly good at dry grinding and above average at wet grinding. The cons are that you can't grind small quantities into fine consistency in the chutney jar, and the juicer jar isn't really the best. So the purchase links are given in the description. And coming up next week is our video of the best mixer grinders in India, which is a compilation after testing more than 20 models over the past years. Do subscribe to our channel if you want to stay notified when it comes out.